Hi guys, good evening. All are getting my screen and voice. Please confirm in chat box. Sorry guys, last 2 days due to some network issue I unable to take the sessions. Fine. So guys, please tell me what is the purpose of git init command? What is the purpose of git init? Please respond in chat box. What is the purpose of this git init command? Git init. See, we are creating one folder. We are creating one folder. To initialize that folder as a git repository, we need to use git init command, guys. What we are doing, we are creating one folder in our system. Whenever we created that folder, that is not a git repository. To make that folder as a git repository, we are using this git init command. What is the purpose of git init, guys? To initialize the folder as a git repository. To initialize our folder as a git working directory or git repository. Git repository, we will use this git init command. So 1 minute guys, let me open my AWS also. Guys, I hope you guys have created account in GitHub. Already I told to create the account in GitHub, guys. I hope everyone have the account in GitHub. Now I am going to show how to create the repository in the GitHub, how to download the code from the GitHub repository, how to push the code into the GitHub repository, right? Everything we are going to discuss it. Pull command, clone command, push command, stash command, very, very important, all these commands. Practically, we are going to see all these commands now. Right, guys. So this is my GitHub account. Right, if you guys want to create the repository, here we have plus symbol is there at right side top corner. Click on this. Here new repository option is there. Click on this new repository. Here we need to give the repository name. Repository name we need to give it here. Here I am giving DevOps AWS 04 something. I am giving like this. So this is my repository name. DevOps AWS 04 I am giving. See here we can create public repository and private repository. Public repository means what? Anyone can able to read the data from this repository. everyone will have read permission, read access if you go with the public. But write permission, right, whoever have the credentials, those people only can able to do the write operations. But if you go with the private, even for read also, right, that credentials are required, those people only can able to read the data from this repository. Public, private. See, any one of the internet can see this repository. You choose, you can commit. See guys, here anyone, right, whoever have the internet, anyone can able to see this repository. Who wants to write, who wants to do the write operation, those things you need to decide. You need to choose who can write the, who want to write the, right, means who want to upload the data into this repository. You need to choose that one at here. Coming to private, you choose who can see and who can commit, both guys, right, who can read and who can commit. You only need to decide that. If you go with public, anyone can able to read it, but for commit you need to decide who can commit the data into this repository. Observe these two things guys. Here we can create public repository and private repository also. Public repository means anyone can able to see the repository, anyone can able to read the data from this repository, but who can commit the data, that you need to decide. But if you go with the private, for a read operation and for write operation also, you need to decide, right, to whom you need to give the permissions. Okay guys, here I am creating public. See, just I am giving the repository name, and here I have selected by default public is selected. Let's see, click on create repository. Click on create repository guys. See guys, repository got created. See, this is the URL, repository URL, github.com, right, Raju 2022 DevOps AWS-04.git. If anybody wants to download the code from this repository, compulsory they should have this URL. Through this URL only they can able to connect with this repository, they can able to download the code, and they can able to upload the code into this repository. Observe carefully guys. Here what we have, URL is available. If anybody wants to upload the code, if anybody wants to push the code into this repository, or if anybody wants to get the code from this repository, compulsory they should have this URL. Observe carefully guys. Let me open the Paint. See, this is my GitHub repo. This is my GitHub, github.com. Where we have this GitHub guys, GitHub is not available in our system. GitHub is available in cloud, github.com. GitHub is available in cloud, not in our system guys, not in our system. This is available in cloud. Right, here we are creating one repository. Here we are creating one repository. This is the repository which I created. Git repo repository we have created. GitHub repo. Observe very carefully guys, very important, all these things. Here repository we have. So now what I am going to do, inside this repository we need to upload the code, or we need to download the code from this here. See guys, here one repository is created. Currently we don't have anything inside this repository. This is empty repository. This is empty repository guys. Let me go to there. See guys, here we don't have any repositories. See, go to here. What is the repository which we created? What is the repository which we created guys? Total 25 repositories are available in my system. Total 25 repositories are available in my system. Just now we have created this one, updated 3 minutes ago. DevOps-AWS-04. If you click on this, see here, we don't have anything. This is empty repository. This is empty repository. Suppose if you go to other repositories where we have the data already, right, where we have the data already, if you go to those repositories, you will get like this. See guys, data is there. you will get like this. Some data is there inside that repository. But now, whatever the repository we have created, in that there is no data. In that there is no data. That's why it will show like this. See guys, here we don't have any data. This is empty repository. Suppose in my company, I have set of developers. Multiple developers are available. Multiple developers are available in my team. In my team, multiple developers are available. Developer 1, developer 2. Developer 1 is working from Hyderabad location. Developer 2 is working from Mumbai location. Developer 1 is working from Hyderabad location and developer 2 is working from Mumbai location. Right. See, this developer 1 have his laptop. Have the laptop. He have the laptop. Same. Developer 2 also have laptop. Laptop. Right. He is working from Hyderabad location. Is working from Hyderabad location. Right, this guy is working from Mumbai location. See guys, two developers are there. Right, developer 1 is working from Hyderabad location. Developer 2 is working from Mumbai location. Alright, so now guys, in this Git repo, some code is there. Assume some code is there. Now, developer 1 and developer 2 both needs to get that code into his laptops. Right? Both needs to get that code into their machines. Where we have this Git repository, where we have this GitHub, this Git repository is not available in our machines. This Git repository is available in cloud. In cloud, guys. Right now, developer 1 and developer 2 needs to connect with this Git repository. Developer 1 and developer 2 needs to connect this one and they need to get the data from Git repository to their machines. Right? If they want to connect with this GitHub, how they can able to connect? In their machine, one client software must be required. If they want to connect to this GitHub, right, they should have one client software in their machines. Through that client software only they can able to connect with this GitHub. What client software is required? Here we are going to use Git client software. Git client software we are going to use. Git client software we are going to use it here. Right. In their machines, they should have Git client software to interact with this GitHub. Right. From the client software, they can able to connect with this GitHub. Right. Even if you have the client software, if you want to connect with this Git repository, right, to connect with this GitHub, client software is required. Right, I need to connect with the Git repo URL is required, guys. If you want to take the code from this repository, compulsory you should have URL. Through that URL only you can able to access. What is the URL? What is the URL? This is the URL. Copy this one. This is the URL, guys. So this is the URL. Right. In this URL, some code is there. That code you are going to clone into your machines. In this URL, this is the repository URL. Right. Already some other developers are uploaded the code into this repository. You both are newly joined into this team. One guy from Hyderabad, another guy from Mumbai. These two people are newly joined into the team. Already previously some other developers from long back, other developers are working in that project. So they uploaded the code into this URL, right? New people, whatever joined, right? Whoever joined new people, those people need to clone the code from this URL, guys. Cloning means downloading. They need to clone the code from this URL. See, guys, how you guys will clone? Right? To clone the code from this URL, which command we need to use? We need to use git clone command. Git clone URL we need to give, guys. This URL we need to give. Git clone URL. From this repository, if you want to take the code into your system, which command we need to use? Git clone command. By using git clone command, you can take the code from this repository. Here, git clone URL you need to give. Git clone URL you need to give to take the code from this repository to your local systems. Is this clear, guys? Please have a look into this diagram. GitHub is available in cloud platform, guys. So there we have created one repository, and whenever you created a repository, one URL will be generated. Right? Suppose in our team, anybody wants to access the code from that repository, compulsory they should have this URL. Through that URL only they can able to take the code from the repository. To communicate, to connect with that GitHub in their missions, they should have Git client softwares also. Here, which client software we are going to use? Git bash we are going to use it here. Git bash we are going to use it here. Git bash. Whenever you install Git client in your system, automatically you will get Git bash. Through that Git bash, we are going to connect with the GitHub, guys. Is this diagram is clear? Please have a look into this diagram. So we have so many client softwares are available, guys. We have so many client softwares are available. Client softwares. What client softwares are available, guys? One is Git bash is available. Second one is Git GUI also available. Through GUI also you can do. Third one is Tortoise. Git is available. Next we have source tree also available. Etc. So like this, we have several client softwares are available. So now we are going to use Git bash at here. Out of all these things, we are going to use Git bash, guys. All these are the client softwares which we have. So which one we are going to use now? Git bash we are going to use. Let's clear this diagram. So you can use any Git client to communicate with GitHub repository, guys. You can use any client software to communicate with GitHub repository. You can use any client software to communicate with GitHub repository. You can use any client software to communicate with GitHub repository. We have so many client softwares are available. You can use any client software to communicate with GitHub repository. Is this clear, guys? Is it clear? Please respond in chat box. This diagram is clear. So now, what is the purpose of Git clone, guys? Now tell me, what is the purpose of Git clone? To clone Git repository to our mission from github.com. To clone Git repository to our missions. From github.com. If you want to clone Git repository from github.com, we need to use this git clone command. We need to use git clone command. Fine, guys. So now let me show this practically. Let me show you guys to practically see. So now connect this one. Connect with this mission first. Copy this SSH. Go to our git bash. 1 minute. Go to CD downloads. So where we have that PEM key, we need to go to that location. There you need to give this URL. Fine. So now we connected to that Linux mission. Fine, guys. So now here, what I am going to do, observe carefully. Okay, guys. So now anyway, we are not going to do anything, right? So not required to connect with that Linux mission, right? So later we will connect with that Linux mission. Exit. See, this is my git repository, guys. Now here what I am going to do, here I am going to create, here I am going to create, right. Here I am going to create one folder, guys. One folder I am going to create, right? See here mkdir develop branch I am taking like this, right? Now go to that location, cd develop underscore branch. Now we are inside develop underscore branch. Observe very carefully, guys. Observe very carefully. So now go to that location where that location is available. How you will know that location? pwd present working directory. Here pwd present working directory. See, inside C drive users 91953 develop branch is available. Now go to that location. C drive users 91953. Here we have develop underscore branch folder is available. This is the folder, guys. See, guys, here do you have anything in this location? Do you have anything in this location? We don't have anything. This is just an empty folder. So this is just an empty folder. So now what I am going to do here, in this folder, I am going to clone git repository from github.com. Here I am going to clone git repository from github.com. Here this is empty folder. We don't have anything. How to clone the git repository from github.com to your local mission? How to clone the git repository from github.com to your local mission by using git clone command we are going to see. Now go to here, guys. What I want to use? Git clone command. Clone, right here. You have created one repository, right? Go to that repository location. See, this is the URL. This is the URL. If you click it here, that URL will be copied. Click on this, right? URL copied. So now go to that location. See, go to here, paste it here. See, guys, git clone, that URL we need to give. So now in this repository, whatever the code is present, that everything you will get into your mission. Git repository you will get into your mission from github.com. Enter. See, guys, cloning. See, now go to that location back. See, guys, DevOps -AWS-04 is created or not? Earlier, do you have this one? Earlier, do you have this folder in this location? We don't have. Right? What is this? This is our repository. Whatever the repository we created in that GitHub, we cloned that repository into our local mission. Guys, please respond. What is this? This is the repository which we created inside the github.com. By using git clone command, what we did, we cloned that repository into our system from github.com. See, guys, open this one. Here, what we have, .git folder is available. See, guys, .git folder is available. Understood? Is it clear, guys? Apart that .git, we don't have anything at here. Is it clear, guys? Please respond. What is the purpose of git clone is clear? What is the purpose of git clone, guys? Please respond. Unmute and respond once. Let me try to unmute you guys. Anyone, please unmute and respond once. What is the purpose of git clone? All these commands are very, very important, guys. What is the purpose of git clone, guys? See, to clone git repository into our mission. To clone git repository into our mission from github.com, we are going to use this git clone. Right? How to use this one? What is the syntax? What is the syntax, guys? Dollar git clone, right? URL we need to give. URL we need to give it here. Repo URL we need to give here. Which URL we need to give? Repository URL we need to give it here. Okay, guys, with this command we can clone git repository into our local machine from github.com. Fine, guys. So now you got that one. Now you got that one, guys. So now here let me check what is the status. Right, what is the status? Status. See, guys, empty, the thing is there, right? It is not a git repository, it is telling, right? Why? Right here we have one more folder, we need to go inside that folder. What is that folder? What folder we have, guys? How you can able to know what folders are available? See, guys, this is the folder is available. If you do ls, it will show all the list of files and directories in that location. Now I want to go to that location. How you will go? cd DevOps AWS 04. Now you are into that location. See, guys, here you got main, master or main. Some people will get master, sometimes will get main, guys. Anything is fine. Okay, so now here do ls, do git status once. Git status. See, we don't have anything. This is empty. We don't have anything to commit. Empty folder. This is the empty folder. Right, now what I am going to do, here I am going to create some files. Observe carefully. Touch, right here, sample.txt I am creating. One file I am creating, sample.txt I am creating it here. Otherwise, let me take sample.java. Sample.java file I am going to create it here. Sample.java is created. So now, guys, tell me where we have this sample.java. Please respond. Where we have this sample.java? In our system. In our system, already we cloned git repository. Inside that, I have created sample.java file. So now tell me, this sample.java file, is it available in GitHub repository also? Please tell me, whatever the file we created in our system, is this file is available in GitHub repository also or not? No, guys. Right, if you want this file in that GitHub repository, what we need to do? What we need to do, guys? In our local system, we have created sample.java file. I want this file in GitHub repository. What we need to do? We need to push this code into GitHub repository. How you will push? How you will push the code into GitHub repository? See, guys, right here, first, if you want to push the code into this GitHub repository, first you need to commit this file in our local repository. From local repository, it will go to the GitHub repository. Directly, you can't able to send it to GitHub repository. First, we need to send this one to GitHub local repository. How you will send it to local repository? Is it possible to send directly? No, first we need to send it to staging area. How you will send this one to staging area? Git add command. By using git add command, so we can send this sample.java file from our working directory to staging area. Now check the status once. Git status. See, guys, so now this file is in staged area. So now this file is ready to commit. This file is ready to commit. How you will commit? Git, already we discussed all this command. Git commit -m here, first commit. First commit I am giving it here. Right, see, guys, sample.java is committed into local repository. Now this file is local repository. So now from the local repository to GitHub repository, I want to send. From local repository to GitHub repository, I want to send. So what I need to do, guys, please respond. If you want to send from local repository to GitHub repository, what we need to do? Please respond. What we need to do? If you want to send from local repository to GitHub repository. Git push origin master. See guys, now sample.java file is in local repository. So we pushed that, we send that sample.java file to local repository, right? We commit that file into that local repository. Now from this local repository to GitHub repository, I want to send. So what I need to use? Someone told here, Rohit, the git push origin master. Okay, can I use directly this command? Can I use directly this command? It will work or not? Can I use this one directly? Rohit, can I use it directly? See guys, let me check. Let me check it once. Paste. Git push -u origin main guys. I want to push this code into main folder. And here we have the main folder. Inside that main folder, I want to push this code. See guys, if you go to here, here you can able to see main folder. Once you upload this one, you can able to see that main folder guys. 1 minute. See guys, the code is uploaded into main folder. Code is uploaded into main folder. So now let me go to that location once. See here, what is our repository? So this is our repository. Click on this. See guys, here it is uploaded. Sample.java file is uploaded. From where I uploaded this one? From our local system to GitHub repository I uploaded. Where this GitHub repository is available? GitHub repository is available in cloud. GitHub repository is available in cloud guys. Cloud environment. 1 minute guys, I will explain. GitHub repository is available in cloud environment. What we did guys, we uploaded that file into this GitHub repository. What is main guys? See, main is a branch, right? By default we will get either master branch or main branch. See guys, main is a branch. From this main branch we can create any other branches, develop branch, release branch, like that we can create some other branches also, right? First, by default you will get either main branch or master branch. From main branch or master branch we will create the develop branch, feature branches, release branches, R&D branches, everything we will create, and we can work on those branches. See guys, up to here clear? Please respond, up to here clear? Is it clear guys? Please have a look into this diagram once. What we did, from here we uploaded the code into this repository. So this is one way, guys. Observe carefully, not completed. Let me do one more thing. Here I'm going to create one more branch, guys. Observe carefully what I am doing. Here I'm going to create one more branch. One more repository. Sorry, one more repository I'm creating it here. Right here I will give 0 for DevOps AWS I'm giving. Name I'm giving like this. Okay. Create repository. Repository got created, guys. Repository got created. Fine. So now what I am going to do, go to here in our system, C drive, users, right here. Otherwise, 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. I will upload some code into there. 1 minute. Okay, fine. Here we don't have anything. No issue. So yes, in D drive, somewhere I'm creating one folder. In D drive, somewhere I'm creating one folder like development task. I'm creating one folder. So inside this, I'm going to create some files. Inside this, I'm going to create one file. Let me create one file. Test.java I'm giving. Test.java I'm giving as the name. Right now here, let me open this file. Here I will give simple class test I am taking. That's it, guys. Just one class I took like this. Save this one. Fine. Okay. So now what I am going to do? So this one I want to upload into that repository. For that, here I'm going to open this git bash. 1 minute. Git bash, I'm opening it here. So now what I want to go? I want to go to that location where we have currently we are in PWD, present working directory C drive, right? Okay. So now let me open from here only. Here we can open directly, guys. See here git bash here. Right. Now currently we are inside that folder. See inside D drive development task we created. Currently we are inside that. Okay. Right. PWD. Right. One more thing I want to tell, guys. See here. So we uploaded the code into that repository, guys. How it can able to know in which repository the code should upload, guys? Here, just we are giving this command git push, right? -u origin main, right? How it can knows where in which repository we need to upload this code. Understood, guys? What I'm asking? In my GitHub, so many repositories are available. How it can knows in which repository it has to upload the code? How it can knows the URL, repository URL? Am I giving any URL at here? I'm not giving any URL. Then how it can knows in which repository URL I need to upload the code? Guys, please respond. Here we are uploading the code into that repository URL. How it can able to know that one? Where we need to upload the code? Any idea? Guys, all these are the internal things. All these are the internals, guys. Internals are very, very important. So no one will tell all these internals, how to clone the code, how to push the code like that. Only that part they will tell. So now how this one knows, right, in which repository URL we need to upload the code. See guys, here if you go to C drive, that folder, right, users, right, 91953 development branch, right, here DevOps AWS 04, right guys, see here we have Git folder is created, right, Git folder is available. Inside that Git folder, config file is available. If you open this config file, there that URL is configured where we need to upload the code. See guys, here we have the URL. With this URL, it will upload the code into this URL, guys. Understood? Understood, guys? How Git knows where we need to upload the code? What is the URL? What is the URL of that repository? How it can able to know? Right. So from here, in configuration, already we defined that URL. With this, it will upload the code into this location. Understood, guys? Is it clear? How it is uploading the code into that location? Right, fine guys. So now tell me, now observe carefully. So here we have created one folder, right? Just now we have created one more folder in D drive. In D drive we have created one more folder just now. Right, what is that folder name, guys? I forget. D drive development task something we have created, right? Development task something we have created. Development task something. This development task we have created, right guys? So how here we don't have that .git file, we don't have that .git file. So now let me initialize this folder as the repository, guys. For that, what we need to do, git init. Right now here, right, .git file is created. Go to that location. See guys, .git file came. .git folder is created. .git folder is created, guys. Right, once this folder is created, open this folder. Right, go to this config. Here we don't have that URL. Right, inside this .git configuration file, we don't have this URL. Then how you will upload the code into that repository? How you will know in which repository you need to upload the code? Here we don't have that link. Okay, let me do some more activities. Here, so just to check git status. See here, right, in untracked files, we have test.java, test.java.txt. Okay, extension came, no problem. Test.java is there. So now what I am going to do, I am going to send this file to staging area. How you will send? Git add. Now git status. See guys, now this file is ready to commit. Let me commit. Git commit -m here, commit message, second commit something I am giving, right? Code is committed, guys. Okay, so now here I am going to give git push -u, right, -u origin master I am giving, right? What it is telling, guys? Right, so why it is not uploading the code? Why git push is not working? Right, in our configuration file we don't have that URL where we need to upload the code, in which repository we need to upload the code. That configuration is not available. Then what we need to do first, we need to establish the link between our local repository and Git repository. First, we need to establish the link between our local repository and GitHub repository. Then only you can able to push the code into that GitHub repository. Understood, guys? Here link is not there. Guys. First we need to establish that link, then only you can able to upload. Right? Why we didn't do this activity earlier? Earlier this is not there, right? Why? Earlier directly directly we took the code from the repository only. Whenever you clone the code from the whenever you clone the git repository into your system, automatically link will establish, guys. Automatically you will get everything, that git folder, everything you are getting. So that link already available. But here we didn't took this one from the git repository, right? We are going to upload into the remote repository first time, guys. This code is created in our local machine. Now I am going to upload this code into some remote repository, right? First you need to establish the link. In previous case what we did, that the git repository we took from the github.com only. So in that case we no need to establish the link, guys. But here we need to establish the link first, right? How you will establish the link first, guys? Nothing you need to do. Go to here everything is available. Just use these commands. That's it, guys. You no need to by heart these commands. You no need to remember these commands. Whenever you created the repository, here you will get all the commands. Just follow these commands. Already we did git init. Already we did git init, and already we have created some files, and we have uploaded those files into the staging area. From there we have committed that file into the local repository. To commit the file into the local repository, this is the command we need to use. Next, right, to create the main branch, if you want to create the main branch, you need to use this one. Create the main branch, use this command. Right, here what I am doing, right, we are creating one main branch. For that, right, run this command. Go to here, just run that command, paste it. Fine, main branch is created. See, guys, it is changed to main. It is changed to main, guys. Now we are in main branch. Now what we need to do, go to here, take this one. This the command will establish the link between your local repository and GitHub repository. Git remote add. Git remote add, right, guys? This remote command only will establish the link between your local repository and GitHub repository. Copy this one. Copy this one and run this command. Link is established. Link is established. Now just to push the code. That push command also available at here. Copy this one and go to here. Right, push the command. Right, paste the command, guys. Enter. Guys, uploaded. Right, what this command is doing, remote add command, it will establish the link between our local repository and GitHub repository. It will establish the link between our local repository and remote repository, guys. Guys, once a link is established, please go to that configuration file and check it once. Check it once that URL came or not. Right, go to here, development. Right, see here we have git folder. Here config file is available. Right, edit with notepad ++, reload. See, guys, URL came or not? Once you established the link, that URL came to here. Now whenever you run the push command, based on this URL only, it will push the code into GitHub repository. Now go to the GitHub repository. Go to the GitHub repository. See, guys, test.java file is uploaded. What we have inside this, click on this. See, guys, so this is what we have written inside that file. Here, guys, how to clone the code from the GitHub repository, how to push the code into the GitHub repository. Is it clear? Guys, please respond. Is it clear? Hyphen U stands for URL. Guys, please respond, guys. Is it clear? How to clone the code from the repository, how to upload the code into the repository is clear. Right here, if you have the URL, you can upload the code into that repository and you can clone the code from that repository. Both you can do. If you have this URL, you can do both the activities. If you have this URL, you can do both. You can clone the code from this URL and you can upload the code into this URL. Both you can do. Right, guys. What git push command is doing, guys? Push changes to push changes from git local repository to git central repository, git remote repository. We will use git push command to push the changes from local repository to a remote repository. What is the syntax, guys? From next time onwards, you no need to use -u, origin, main, all those things, guys. From next time onwards, you no need to use all those things. Only first time you need to do. Only first time you need to do. Observe carefully. Now what I am going to do. And here in this location, I am going to create one more file. Touch f2.txt file I am creating. Right now, touch f2.txt. Right, file got created. Now check the status. Git status. See, that file is in untracked file. That file is untracked file. Now send this file to staging area. Git add. Now check the status. Git status. So now this file is in staged area. Now I want to commit this file into the local repository. Git commit -m, right, -m third commit. Now file got committed. So now here, see, guys, right, once you commit that file into the local repository, what is the next activity? You need to push these changes to remote repository. Earlier, to push the changes, we used git push -u origin main we used. Now we no need to use -u origin main and all those things. Only first time we need to do that activity. From second time onwards, if you want upload the code into that repository, remote repository, just we need to use git push. Git push, guys. Git push is enough. See, guys, only git push I used. I'm not using git push -u origin and all those things. Now let me go to that location. See, guys, f2.text also available. f2.text also available. Tomorrow, your team members will ask, "Arey, please share GitHub repository URL. I want to clone the code into my system. Please share." Suppose you are existing employee in that project. You are existing developer in that project. Tomorrow, one new guy join in our team, and that guy asked you, "Arey, please share GitHub repository URL. I want to clone the code into my system." What you need to give? Right here we have green color code button is there, right? Right, down arrow. If you click on that, you can able to see the URL where our code is present. This is the GitHub repository URL. Right, this one. Click on this one. That URL got copied and share it to your friends. Share it to your friends. By using that, they can able to take the code into their mission. To take the code from this repository URL, what command they need to run? Just in their machine, they will open the git bash and they will give this command, git clone this URL. Git clone this URL they will give, so they can download the code into their machines. Understood, guys? Tomorrow, if your team members ask, give the GitHub repository URL, what you guys need to share? So this is the GitHub URL which you guys need to share to your team members. See guys, here green color button is there. Here you can see the URL. Share this URL to your team. Okay, guys. Git push, to push changes from Git local repository to Git remote repository. Right here, what is the syntax? What is the syntax, guys? Right, git push. That's it, guys. Git push. Is this clear, guys? Right, here I will write the steps, guys. How to, otherwise, steps to push the code into, GitHub remote repository. GitHub remote repository. What steps we need to follow to push the code into a remote repository? See guys, what steps we need to follow? First step, guys, create one public repository in GitHub, guys. Create one public repository in github.com. Create one public repository in github.com. And here take that GitHub repo URL. Take that GitHub repo URL, guys. Here you are creating the repository, right? Take that URL. Take that repository URL. Take that repository URL. Right. Next, what we need to do? We need to clone. Guys. Clone GitHub repository using git clone command. We need to clone that one into our local system. Clone GitHub repository. Here, after creating the URL repository, you are collecting that repository URL. Right. So once you have that URL, what you need to do? Right, by using this git clone command, you need to clone the GitHub repository into your system. Right. For this, which command we need to use? $git clone repo URL you need to give. Right, guys, don't give these brackets. Just I'm giving like that. Git clone directly repo URL. Right. Next, what we need to do? We need to go to that folder. Wherever this folder is created in your system, navigate into that folder. Navigate into repository folder. Navigate into repository folder. See guys, here what we did in C drive, first case one, guys, it is users 91953. Right, here what we have created. See guys, this is the folder. This is the Git repository folder. We need to navigate into that folder. That is the third step what we did. Navigate into repository folder. Right, now here I'm creating some files. It create a file in repository folder. Create file in repository folder. How you will create the file? By using touch command. Touch f1.txt. Some file I am creating it here. Right. So next, what we need to do? Next, here check the status, guys. Check the status of the file using git status command. Check the status of the file. Using git status command. git status command. Whether that file is untracked file or staged file, we need to verify by using this git status file. And here, which command we need to use for this? Git status. Git status, what it will tell? It will display right, this file in untracked file, guys. It will display this file as untracked file. It will display f1.txt file, f1.text file as untracked file. Guys, it will display f1.txt file as untracked file. Right. So now, next what we need to do? We need to send this file to staging area. Send f1.txt file to staging area. Right, how we will send, guys? Right, this is the command git add space dot. Whenever you have run this command, that file will go to staging area. Right, now here again, check the status once. Once you send it to staging area, check the status once again. Right, so next what we need to do? Commit the file. Commit the file into local repository. Git local repository. Commit the file into git local repository. Git commit -m commit message. Some commit message we need to give it here. Commit message we need to give. Generally in the companies, what we will do, for every story, one ID will be available. For every story, one ID will be available. That story ID we need to give it here. Right, so and so story fixed. So and so defect fixed, like that we need to give the commit ID before committing the code into the repository. Once you commit the code into the local repository, next what we need to do, guys? You have commit the code into the local repository. We need to push the code from the local repository to remote repository. Push the code from right, local repository to remote repository. Push the code from local repository to remote repository by using git push command. What we need to use here? $git push. $git push we need to use. $git push we need to use, guys. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Guys, sometimes what it will happen, you guys know. If anybody opened their GitHub account in your system, right, later if you try to open your account, right, here some passwords problem will come, guys. Some credentials issue will come. You need to remove the previous credential, whoever logged in into your system, right? That person credentials will save in our Windows. We need to remove those things. Then only you can able to push the code properly. You need to remove other guy credentials. Then only you can able to remove. Then only you can able to push the code into with your credentials, guys. Sometimes it won't. Some people will get the problem at the time of git push. At the time of git push, some problem you guys will get, guys. Sometimes you guys will get the problems. If anybody logged in into their account in your system, right, so their username and password will get saved into our Windows. You need to remove that guy credentials, guys. Then only your credentials will work. Right, how you will remove, guys? How you will remove that? Here we have credential manager. Let's see, guys. Credential manager is available. Credential manager. Go to this location. Go to this credential manager location. Credential manager. Here we have Windows credential. Click on this Windows credential. See, guys, here github.com. github.com credentials are available. And here you need to remove these credentials first. See, guys, this is my username and password. This is my GitHub username and password. right? Suppose if you want to log in my mission, right? If you want to log in my mission, right, definitely you should use your username and password. See guys, here from my mission you are trying to upload the code into GitHub repository guys, then you should use your GitHub account or not. So if you want use your GitHub account, you need to remove my GitHub account details from here, then only you can able to push the code, right, with your GitHub credentials guys. So here, right, we need to go to that location, and here we need to remove these details. Then only you can able to push the code from with your credentials. You can able to push the code with your credentials, guys. Understood? Anyone faced this issue anytime? Suppose if anybody logged in from your system to GitHub account, you should remove that guy credentials from here. Then only you can able to use it. Otherwise, you guys can't able to do the push operation. Is it clear, guys? How you will go to this location? Credential manager. First, you need to search here. Type credential manager. In the credential manager, we have the Windows credential. There we have this git https github.com. Go to here and remove these details. Clear, guys? Up to here clear? See guys, what is this number guys? This is the commit ID. 13 minutes ago we did some commits. 13 minutes ago we did some commits into the remote repository. This is the commit ID. This commit ID, generally commit ID is 40 characters length. The length of the commit ID is 40 characters guys. But here it will show only first 7 characters. It will show only first 7 characters. From that commit ID, it will display first 7 characters in the GitHub central repository, guys. The length of the commit ID is 40 characters. But here it is showing only first 7 characters. And if you want, you can check it here, guys. If you want, you can check it here. How you can check? Git log. See, guys, git log. See, here 40 characters are available. This is the commit ID 40 characters. But in remote repository, it is showing only first 7 digits. First 7 digits it is showing 63FB08B. 63FB08B. This is the first 7 digits of the commit ID. Check it once. Go to here. See guys. This one. This is the latest commit, right? This one. See, FB4 7B8E. FB4, see, FB4 7B8E. FB4 7B8E. From this 40 digits, it will take only first 7 characters and displaying on this remote repository. Here we have 2 commits are there. Total 2 commits we did. 2 commits we did, guys. 2 commits we did at here. See guys, this is the commit, latest commit ID. This is the previous commit ID. See here, previous commit ID 63FB08B. See, 63FB08B. So latest commit ID is FB47B8E. See, FB47B8E. Understood, guys? When we do git commit, then it will generate a commit ID. A commit ID with 40 characters. With 40 characters length. 40 characters length. From this commit ID, it will display first seven characters in GitHub remote repository. In GitHub remote repository. Right? So if you want to see that 40 characters, how we can able to see? By using git log command. Right? We can check commit history by using git log command. Git log command. This is the syntax. Git log. See guys, here I have given git log. Like this you guys will get, guys. Right, who committed this? What is the commit ID? What on which date you have did this commit operation? Everything, commit message, what you have given, everything you will get it here. Complete details you will get. Right, see, total 4 lines you are getting. But if you don't want 4 lines, if you want to see the commit history in single line, to see the commit history in single line, so here, right, we need to use this command git log. What we need to give? I think earlier we used this one. Earlier I used this one. What is that? Git log hyphen 1 line. In 1 line I want to get. See guys, here let me give it git log hyphen 1 line. See guys, in single line you will get it here. See, this is the commit ID. Only 7 digits you are getting it here. This is the second commit. This is the third commit. Like this you will get it here. Is it clear, guys? Git log hyphen 1 line. Right, guys. So now what I am going to do, observe carefully. Guys. Here I want to create one Maven project. Guys. Anyone give the command to create the Maven project? Already I have given the commands to create the Maven project, right? Please give me that command once. I will create one Maven project at here. I want to create one Maven project. What is the command I need to use? Right, Maven project folder I have created. Right. So here I want to create the project, guys. Anyone please give the command once. What is the command which I need to use to create the Maven project? Here I am going to open command prompt from here. CMD. Please guys, give me command. What command I want to use to create the Maven project? Play the guys. No problem. See guys, MVN. First we need to give the archetype. MVN archetype generate. Hyphen D group ID. Group ID equal to what I need to give, guys. Project name I'm giving as sample project. I'm giving it here. Project name I'm going to give as sample project. Sample project I'm giving. Right. After group ID, we need to give the artifact ID. Hyphen D, hyphen D, artifact ID. Hyphen D, artifact ID equal to sample task I am giving. Artifact ID I am giving as sample task. Right. Next here, hyphen D, what we need to give, guys? Archetype. Archetype we need to give it here, right? Hyphen D, archetype, hyphen D, archetype, hyphen D, archetype, artifact ID, hyphen D, archetype, artifact ID equal to, here what we need to give it. Here you want to create standalone application or web application, we need to specify it here. I want to create the web application, so that's why here I am giving maven hyphen archetype, and here I want to create one web application. I want to create web application at here, guys. Web application I want to create it here. Web app I want to create it here. Web app I want to create. And next what we need to give, guys? Interactive mode. I'm going to give interactive mode as false. Interactive mode equal to false I am giving. Guys, please check. Command is correct. Command is correct or anything is wrong in this command. Please check it once. What wrong we did here, guys? Missing project exception. అందుకే మీ దగ్గర ఉందేమో షేర్ చేయమన్నా. ఇదంతా ఇక్కడ స్పెల్లింగ్ మిస్టేక్స్ ఉంటాయేమని. maven archetype generate hyphen D group ID hyphen D artifact ID hyphen D interactive mode correct only, right? MVN archetype. Oh, 1 minute. Your colon I missed, right? Creating the maven project. So now I want to commit this maven project into our GitHub remote repository. So what steps we need to follow? What steps? Earlier, first case, what we did, guys? First we have created some repository in the GitHub and we took that URL, right? We took that URL and we cloned that Git repository into our system. Right now, second case, what we are doing? First, we are creating one Maven project in our system, and I want to upload this Maven project into remote repository. You guys, build success. Maven project got created. Maven project got created, guys. See, sample task. Sample task inside this SRC is there. Inside SRC main is there. Here we have resources, web app, etc. All those things. Folder structure got created. Folder structure got created at here. So now here I want to open git bash from here. Git bash I am going to open from here. See guys, now I want to make that folder as a git repository. For that, what we need to do, guys? For that, what we need to do? Right here we have created Maven project. Same way, go to that GitHub and here create one repository. See guys, for every project, separate repositories are available. In single repository, we are not going to push multiple projects. For every project, we need to create the separate repository. See here, new Maven project I have created, right? For that, I am creating one new repository. Maven project. Maven project I am creating. Repository name I have given as Maven project. Public repository I am creating. Create repository. Right, Maven project got created in my local system, and here repository also I have created. GitHub repository also I have created. Fine. So once you have created the GitHub repository, open the git bash from the Maven project folder location. Right, from that I have created this. I opened this git bash. I opened this git bash. Right, once you open this git bash, what commands we need to give? Let me write the steps at here. Steps to push. Steps to push Maven project into GitHub repository. GitHub repository. What steps we need to follow? Right, in my system, assume I'm the developer. Right, as a developer in my system, I have the project, Maven project. I want to push this Maven project into GitHub repository. What steps I need to follow? What steps I need to follow? First, create Maven project in your local system. Create Maven project in your local system. Right. So next, create GitHub repository. Create GitHub repository. Both we did, guys. Both we did, right? We have created Maven project and we have created GitHub repository also. Right. Next, what we need to do? Right. Once you created the GitHub repository, open the git bash. After creating Git repository, what we need to do? Right here, we need to open the git bash. Open git bash. Open git bash. From where we need to open git bash? From the project folder, Maven project folder. See here, if you right click, here you can able to see git bash here. Click on this, git bash will open. Right, open git bash from project folder. So from project folder. So once you open the git bash, next what we need to do? Now first I need to make this folder as a git repository. First I need to make this folder as a git repository. For that we need to run this command git init. Git init we need to run. See guys, here you got the master. See here, first what we need to do? We need to make that folder as a git repository. For that we need to run this command. Which command? Git init command. Git init command. So once you did that folder as a git repository, I want to check the files which are available, folders and files which are available in that location. What is the command? Git status. See guys, sample task project is created. Sample task project is created, that is under untracked files. Sample task project is created. So now here check git status. Next, what we need to do? We need to move this folder. I need to move this folder into staging area. How you will send git add, git add. So now here we need to use a third one, git add. Right. Once you move this one to staging area, what we need to do? We need to commit this project into local repository. Right. Commit this folder into local repository git commit -m. Right. -m here we need to give the commit message. Commit message we need to give. Right. Once you commit this one, let me commit it. Git commit -m. Right. First commit I am giving. Right. Once you commit this one, next what we need to do? We need to push this one. We need to push this one to remote URL. Before that, guys, what we need to do? Before that, right here we need to establish the link between our local repository and GitHub repository. Here we don't have that link. See, if I do git push, what it is telling? It won't work. It is not going to work, guys. First, we need to establish the link. For that, what we need to use? Git remote add. We need to add that one. We need to add that one, guys. Before that, let me create one main folder inside that. Git branch. I'm going to create one main branch. Right, -m, git branch, -m, main I am creating. Right, main branch is created. So now here what I am going to do, go to here, take this URL. This is the URL which we need to use to establish the link between local repository and remote repository. Paste this one. Link is established. Once a link is established, we need to run git push -u origin origin main origin main. The code is pushed into that remote repository. Understood, guys? In our local system, we have created one Maven project. How to push that Maven project into GitHub remote repository? So these are the steps we need to follow. Once you commit this one, here you have all the commands. You no need to worry. You no need to remember anything. Git init is there. Git add is there. Commit is there. See, so these things only we did. Right, these things only we did. Copy this one and paste here. Copy this one and paste here. Everything you have, you no need to by heart and you no need to remember anything. Git remote add origin. Git remote add origin. Here repo URL we need to give. Right. Finally here what we need to give? Git push -u origin main origin. That's it, guys. That's it. Right, with this we can upload our Maven project into GitHub repository. Now let me check whether it is uploaded successfully or not. Go to here, right, click on this Maven project or refresh the screen. See, guys, sample task is created. If you click on that sample task, here you can able to see guys, pom.xml file is available. Right, inside src main web app also is available. You go inside this, here webin folder is available, index.jsp, all these things are available in that, guys. Entire project we uploaded into the remote repository. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear how to upload Maven project into GitHub repository? So now what we learned in today's session, guys, how to clone the repository, how to clone Git repository from github.com to our local system. That is one thing we have seen, right? So next one is how to upload Maven project from our local system to GitHub repository. Both are clear, guys? Please respond. Rajesh, Ravi, Rohit, Santosh. Here, how to clone from GitHub repository to our local system. How to upload the code into GitHub repository. Both are clear? Remaining people, guys. Anyone have any doubt up to here? How to clone the Git repository from github.com to our local system? How to push the code from our local system to GitHub repository? Anyone have any questions up to here? Guys, please tell me till now whatever the commands we have seen, guys. And you guys know what is the purpose of Git help, right? So if you guys want to see what is the purpose of Git help, guys, Git help will give the all frequently used commands, guys. Whatever the commands are important, frequently using commands, whatever we have, it will give all the commands. See, guys, see here, if you type Git help, see all frequent commands: branch, commit, merge, rebase, reset, switch, tag, fetch, pull, push, everything it will give, right? So next one is, see, if you want to see the document of any particular command, if you want to see the document of any particular command, see like this: git help merge. I want to see the document of the merge command. What is this merge? I want to see the document of the merge command. See, guys, it is opening the document. See, when you have given that command, it is opening. Git merge, manual page, name git merge. See, guys, join two or more development histories together. Description, everything, guys. See, it beautiful diagrams also they have given. Beautiful diagrams also. We will discuss, guys, and how they have given the diagrammatic representation. With the diagrams, I will explain everything in tomorrow session. Right, I will create. See here, from here only we can create the branches, guys. See, main is there, right? From this main, I want to create another branch, which is develop branch. Develop branch I am creating. That's it, guys. Develop branch I want to create. Create branch develop from main. Create branch develop from main. Inside the main, whatever you have, everything you will get in this develop branch also. See, guys, develop branch is created. Now total how many branches are available at here? 2 branches. One is main branch and second one is a develop branch. One is main branch and second one is develop branch. Whenever you have created the branch from main branch, inside the main branch, whatever the code is present, everything you will get into this develop branch also. So like this, we can create n number of branches. Based on our project requirements, we can create multiple branches. Understood, guys? Same here, we can create release branch. Release branch also we can create. From this develop branch, see, create branch release from develop. Right, generally we will create the branch from, right, main branch. See, guys, right, view all branches. View all branches, guys. Here we have develop branch and main branch. Develop branch and main branch is available. Now from main branch, I want to create a release branch also. From main branch, I want to create, currently we are in main branch. From this main branch, I want to create one more release branch. A release branch I want to create. Branch is creating, guys. See, guys, main, develop, release, the total 3 branches are available, right? So like this, you can create any number of branches at here. Okay, one more thing, guys, observe carefully. See here, we are using git clone command. Observe carefully. Git clone command we are using. Git clone command we are using. And here we are giving the repo URL. Okay, guys. And here if you give repo URL like this, from where you will get the code, guys? From where you will get the code? Here we have multiple branches are available. Main is there, develop is there, release is there. For all these branches, repo URL is same. Repository URL is common for all these branches. Right now here, if you give like this, from which branch you will get the code? Main branch is there, develop branch is there, release branch is there. git clone repo URL. If you give from which branch you will get the code. Here we have total 3 branches. For all these branches, repo URL is common. Understood, guys? See, here you can see repo URL at here. You can see repo URL, right? All the branches, for all the branches, URL is common. URL is common, guys. See, here you can able to see repo URL. This is the repo URL. Right? Whether you selected main branch or develop branch or release branch, this URL is common. URL won't get changed. Right? But here, if you give git clone repo URL, from which branch you will get the code? From which branch you will get the code, guys? Tell me. Guys, please respond. By default, you will get from main branch or master branch. By default, you will get from main branch or master branch. But I want to get from particular branch. I don't want main branch or master branch. I want to get it from develop branch. I want to get it from develop branch. If you want to get the code from particular branch, then how to use this git clone command? How to use this git clone command? See, guys, git clone -b. -b stands for branch. B stands for branch. Develop -b, that branch name we need to give, and here URL we need to give. Repo URL. URL is common. Same URL. In that URL, develop branch is available. From that develop branch, clone the code. What we are telling, guys? Here, this is the URL. Under this URL, we have the develop branch. Right, clone the code from that develop branch we are telling. -b stands for branch name. Branch name develop from this repo URL. Suppose if you want to take the code from release branch, here we need to give the release. Here we need to give the release. Release we need to give. From which branch you need to get the code, right? That branch, right? We need to specify it. Suppose if you are not specifying anything, then what it will happen? It will take the code from master branch. It will take the code from main branch. Understood, guys? Is it clear how we can get the code from particular branch? And here we need to use -b, right? Develop we need to use. By default, we will clone the code. By default, we will clone the code from master branch. And here, if you give like this, you will get the code from master branch. $git clone repo URL. If you want to clone from particular branch, to clone from particular branch, then what we need to use? This is what we need to use. Git clone. Here I will give -b branch name. Either develop branch or release branch, whatever, and you have that branch name, and repo URL we need to give like this. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? What about others? Please respond. Up to here, clear? Others are not in front of system. Guys, please practice all these things before coming to tomorrow's session. Practice all these things. Tomorrow we are going to discuss very important things. Git stash. What is the purpose of git stash command? That is very important interview question. That is very important interview question. Stash command. Stash command. How to use that stash command? What is the purpose of that git stash? We are going to discuss. Right? Before coming to tomorrow's session, please practice all these things. How to clone, how to push, right? Practice all these things. Tomorrow we will continue remaining things. Okay, guys. Fine, guys. I'm stopping here. So tomorrow we will discuss remaining commands. Thank you, guys. Good night.